we're gonna be talking about Inanna's gates. And this is like the first video that we're gonna be making on it, so we'll revise it and work with it as we see fit. Yeah, so like in the story of Inanna, it's on her like journey into the underworld. Like she came across the first gate. So we're gonna like parallel these gates along with Marguerite Poret's 7 phases of pretty much enlightenment. We say that. Yeah, so like that first gate is about surrendering. Well, in the first gate, Inanna removes her crown to request of the underworld. Like that was like the first thing they decided to take from her, you know, to strip her of. Later, they're gonna strip her of her earrings, her neck plates, her breastplate, her girdle, her bracelets. We're gonna talk about all of that, but right now we're gonna be processing like the removal of her crown, and yeah, I think that is like I like how they made it the first one, right? Because like the removal of the crown like automatically thinks of you like putting down your this 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 symbol of your royalty, right? This symbol of like your command over a kingdom. This symbol of your set apartness, you know? And like yeah, it was like her status. It called her to put that down. And like what I think we're gonna talk about is like what laying that down is gonna be looking like for us in our process. With like right now we're in this place where like we're looking for a house, we're looking for a home, a bigger home that is more fit to hold our growing pursuits. And but at the same time we're hitting a wall, you know. We're the wall. I wouldn't say we're hitting a wall, but we're becoming aware of the need to evolve, and where that need is going to be based in, like, I think for beginners we're going to be removing our crown, which is like us taking this striving, you know, like checking for houses, being like really excited for this and being really excited for that, and not wanting to miss an opportunity, and like us like kind of trying to will it to happen, you know. We're gonna have the crown symbolize also like the ego in that aspect. Yeah. What do you feel like you're surrendering when you're thinking about getting this house?
The toughest part for me in the way that we're approaching it is that, you know, it's like you go back to manifestation and you think about how your energy is like calling whatever it is in, you know, and how there is a level where you do have to engage. Like if you want community but you sit at home, you're very hard pressed to get community. If you want a house but you don't get a realtor and engage in the hustle.
Mm-hmm.
So the difficult thing for me in all of it is that with Inanna, she's actually taking an action step. She's decided to move into hell and conquer it. That's her plan. And everything that she's doing is an action step, but it's in surrender, because this is about egoic death. So this step is to say, it's actually out of my realm of anything I've done before. And me putting authority on it is useless. That's what Inanna is. She is going into uncharted territory.
Yeah.
She's going into something that is completely, like, she has conquered realms and she doesn't actually have any idea what she's doing. And they're making her realize that as she's going. She has had to strip everything away. And so this step is actually just saying, this is actually completely different than what I think it is.
Right.
This is completely different than anything I've ever done before.
Like there's different laws of power that are at work, you know.
Yeah.
And like so, therefore, like, do she have to like strip that old way off?
Right. But like in our own personal experience, when you ask me what I'm surrendering, like, I mean, like, it's like peeling back layers and layers of like this isn't just about one issue. This is about completely rewriting the way that we're living. And that is looking like a recognition that everything that I have accomplished is really dust.
Yeah.
And yet I still have to go to gate 2, you know? And like, I think the hardest part about that is that we're all like, especially people who are like in the hustle and like wanting to do things, even if they're separating themselves from the vibration of like society's hustle. Like, we're like so eager and chomping at the bit to actually get to this place, and then we're here and it's like it looks completely different. Like, what it looks like for me, I guess, at the end of the day is that I stop taking it so seriously. That I find joy in the days. That I somehow get back to a space where I'm sitting in the simplicity of what we have now, and I'm fully immersed in the field and fully immersed in waking up and having quiet mornings and not feeling like I'm hustling and I'm checking and it's consuming me. If that's not
it's like the controlling, you know, like I feel like we're surrendering the controlling of it, and like our petty effort to try to keep that control and to try to like force outcomes. But yeah, so that's definitely us like taking off our crowns. There's a way that worked for us in a broken reality, that in a shadow world, in the old earth mindset. I mean, in an old earth perspective, that actually like that would benefit us, like that striving, that having that competitive edge, like having like, you know. But like in our descent into the underworld, the shadow world, the never world, you know, in order to come out victor and with this new consciousness, because like literally when Inanna goes down into the shadow world, she's dying down there, dude. She's dying down there, and then like by unforeseen means she's resurrected down there and she comes out, you know. But yeah, like this is like almost like the beginning of like a death and resurrection too, like this process into our shadow world.
It is interesting because I do feel like it's kind of like going back to what so many people say, where it's like, you know, as a kid you're always pushing to be an adult, and then once you're an adult you're like, I'm just trying to get back to a state of childlike wonder. And I think this is that first step too, of being like, the only way I'm going to make it through this is to lighten the load. And to like reframe every single thing that I do. And like the interesting thing is, when she gets to the end, you know, she gives up all of this, but if you're really thinking about the story, like, she still walks in with a huge fucking ego. It's the same concept for me as like when they talk about Jesus being sinless, and then they put all these things on sins, especially for women, like you know, it's a sin to be angry, but like Jesus threw tables. He was angry, and he expressed that anger. So how are you going to tell me that a sinless man, who is also God, was doing something that was a sin? He wasn't. So then you're also recognizing, as you're looking at the way that she ended, she was still a warrior. She was still embodying everything that she was. So what does it look like to strip herself of all of these things and still end up getting to a place where you have the confidence to say, hey, I'm actually, not only am I here to kill you, but I'm here to manipulate you in that, you know? Like, it just, I feel like there's so many ways to look at it that are just challenging me in unexpected and surprising